And sound check, 1-2. This is volleyball Preston versus Snake River. 1-2-3, 1-2-3.
We're getting close to the end. I will call you back. All right, see ya. Bye.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And welcome into Preston High School to Jim tonight, the Lady Indians will take on the Snake River Panthers in a volleyball match, and it is senior night tonight here for the Preston Indians. As we welcome you in, very interesting match for you tonight. Not only is it senior night, it's between the two teams that are tied for second and third place in the conference here. For the Indians, they come in as they are 4-2 overall in conference play. And likewise for the Snake River Panthers, Preston 12-6 overall on the year, and Snake River comes in at 10-8 on the season. Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, a trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call it 208-852-5700. Let's roll into our scene set for tonight, brought to you by Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Outdoors. North State Street at here in the city of Preston. Well, tonight the scene set for the Indians, they just need to play solid volleyball for 3, 4, or 5 sets, no matter how long it takes tonight. They lost in 5 sets previously to Snake River a couple of weeks ago back up at Snake River High School, as the Indians falling in that match as the scores for that match. Preston lost the first set 25-20. They came back to win the second and third sets, and then lost the fourth, and then lost in the fifth set 15-12 as the Panthers win it in 5 sets. So an interesting night here for the Indians, as they'll need to really concentrate and play well headed into the final week of the regular season. Now, after tonight, Preston will have two matches left. Tuesday night, they'll go to Century for a non-conference match, and then next Thursday night, they'll be at Bear Lake. The Panthers will have 1 match left. That'll be Tuesday night, as they will go to Marsh Valley. So Preston really needs a win tonight as we get ready for the match here tonight. As we'll take a timeout, we'll come back, and when we do, we'll step into the coach's corner. We'll talk to Coach Bridget Knapp when we come back. That's right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in Northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Purchasing land or a new new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If you're
And welcome back here to the pregame show as the Preston Lady Indians get ready to take on Snake River here tonight at Preston Gym. As we'll sit down with Coach Bridget Knapp here for a couple of minutes before we get started. Tonight's game is very important for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a conference match.
Yeah, it is. It's a conference match, and we're getting down to the end, and they beat us there. And so, it's one, and it was a close 5-setter, and so we know it's within us, so it is. It's something that hopefully my kids are mentally ready for. We've worked really hard this week.
Yeah, and at least conference record-wise, you guys are both even at 4-2.
Yeah, no, it makes a big difference coming in, so we're hoping.
The other big reason that tonight's game is important is because it's senior night, and that's always a fun but still kind of a bad night because we have to say goodbye to a bunch of great players.
Yeah, and we have some great seniors. I mean, they're just great leaders on the court. They've done excellent things for us. They're a group of girls, not very many. We only have 3, but they're very influential 3, and we're going to miss them.
The match the other night against Marsh Valley, fortunately they're kind of lacking a little bit, and we kind of, I don't say we had our way with them, but certainly winning it 3-1, it was an impressive win.
No, it was. It wasn't as impressive as I would like, but it was good. Sometimes it's discipline to play teams and be able to play as hard as you can, no matter who you're playing. And I think we got kind of caught for a bit, but no, it was a good win in the end.
Third set looked like they just kind of thought, well, we're going to win anyway. We're just going to throw our shoes out there, so to speak, and win. And it didn't go that way.
Yeah, volleyball's a game of momentum, and any team, if they get going and they get swinging and they're hitting the ball the way they need to, or putting up a couple blocks, they can come out. So yeah, we're hopefully learning that skill.
We talked a little bit about it the other night, about the potential of postseason play and getting ready for a district tournament. No one's going to catch Bear Lake at this point, but that really, as you start to point at this match now, both teams are 4-2. This is really a match that you need to win.
It is, and I think for the biggest reason is just mentally. We need to be able to know going into that district tournament that this is a game that we can win and that this is a game we should win. So I'm hoping that they come mentally ready. And again, senior night, you never know what is going on in the headspace. So we're hoping that they just come mentally ready to play their best.
Being it's senior night, any changes in rotations from your side? You're going to try to get seniors extra playing time, or is the motivation to still go out and win?
It's not really possible. Volleyball's a different game. 2 of my seniors play front row, and they play front row all the time. so they play all the time. I don't think either one of them would want to play back row because that's not the position they play. So maybe putting them into serve, they may, depending on what's going on, but they're playing their position, and they're playing all the position that they should. So, and Sophie plays all the way around typically anyway. So, volleyball's just a different game that way.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have a good time. Hopefully we'll come away with a win and enjoy senior night.
Yes, hopefully.
Thank Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Coach Bridget Knapp here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have more as the pregame show continues on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back in as it's time for another edition of Preston's Outstanding Students, as we'll sit down with a couple of more students from here at Preston High School who are just doing outstanding work in everything they do here. Our guests today are Desiree Nielsen and Winnie Webster, as they'll be our guests here today. First of all, Desiree, thank you for taking a couple minutes for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
And Winnie, very nice to have you as well.
Yes, thank you.
Desiree, let's start with you. Let's talk about how you're a sophomore. Let's talk about how your year plus have gone so far here at Preston.
Good. They're a bit busy. The work is a bit different than junior high, but I'm seeming to like it.
So you're blending in. There's not any problems?
No, not really.
Anything cool that you're doing outside of the classroom here at Preston?
I do tech crew, and I'm also a part of band, which is also pep band.
Okay. So tech crew, you're working behind the scenes at musicals and the performances going on.
Yes, I'm also stage manager, which is basically the same thing at Preston. We just make sure things run smoothly, the lights go on when they need to go on, and everything goes where it needs to be.
Very good. Winnie, now let's flip over here and talk to you here for a second. How have you enjoyed your first year plus here at Preston High School?
I've had a lot of fun. I really like the classes and the teachers. And it's, the experience has definitely been, I've loved it a lot more than junior high, just with the flow of everything and such.
What about outside the classroom? You doing anything fun?
Yes, so I'm also a part of the band. Okay. So we do go to pep games in the pep band, and we've played in homecoming.
Nice. What instrument do you play?
So I play the flute.
I had friends growing up that played the flute. She loved it. And Desiree, what instrument do you play?
I also play the flute.
Oh, so no wonder you guys are such like inseparable kids to get along. You guys play the same instrument. You're always doing the same things.
Yeah, me and Winnie, we've had history for about 3 years. We started playing the flute together. She wasn't in band, but I needed her help because I was the only flute, and so I brought her into band, and I had her play in a couple concerts, and then ever since then we've been kind of inseparable. So
Winnie, you had a little bit of experience with the flute before you got here to Preston?
Yeah, so I played in junior high, 6th through 8th grade, and I get to play my mom's flute. It is very fun.
Cool. Very good.
Let's look down the road. Let's look at the future. 2.5 years or so down the road, when times finally graduate. What type of things are you looking at, or have you made that decision yet, Winnie, of what you might possibly want to pursue once you graduate from here at Preston High School?
I plan on going on a mission and then possibly going to college. I want to stick close to home because I'm a homebody, so anywhere where I could, it's like an hour or two away from the house.
Any goals in mind as far as a career that you might want to pursue to go to college?
I'm not sure about careers, but I definitely want to go to college. I'm probably going to think more about it probably next year or as a senior. I'm just telling myself I don't want to deal with that right now. So.
Yeah, you're just a sophomore. You still got plenty of time. Desiree, what about you? Have you looked at possible careers down the road?
Yes, I have. My goal for after I graduate is I'm planning on going on a mission, and then after my mission, I want to go to BYUI and pursue education and become a preschool teacher.
That's very good. That's trying to think of all the interviews we've done. I think we had one other person that wanted to be a teacher. Most people actually have wanted to pursue a career in medicine, so you're a little bit different than some of your classmates.
Yeah, I've always loved kids. It's one of those things where I bond with them. I have not found a kid that does not like me. Yeah, they're just drawn to me, and I'm drawn to them. I hang out with them more than I hang out with my older cousins. Yeah, but I just really want to go into pre-K, or I don't want to go anything further than 5th grade. So.
Desiree Nielsen and Winnie Webster are guests here on Preston's Outstanding Students. Anything, Desiree, that you can do now, preparing over the next couple of years to pursue that goal for being a preschool teacher or a teacher at whatever grade level you end up at?
Well, right now I'm a peer tutor for our peer tutor program, and it's really taught me how to be patient with the kids and really just expand my knowledge.
Are you taking anything that might prepare you for anything in the future here at Preston?
Yeah, so I am working on getting my associate's degree and possibly taking college classes to get that little bit more. I'm hoping on finding a job, possibly to do with animals. I love working with animals, so something to do with that. I do take 4-H, animal 4-H classes, so I've worked with dogs and horses before.
You guys are on your way. You're only sophomores, but well on your way to good careers down the road when you finish up here over the next couple of years here at Preston. Desiree Nielsen, Winnie Webster, our guests here on Preston's Outstanding Students. Thanks for taking a few minutes to be with us today.
Thank you.
And Winnie, thank you as well.
Yeah, thank you.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
105.5 FM. And welcome back here on the pregame show. Not a lot of other action going on tonight, just a few other games, but we'll go through those to give you an idea of what else is happening around the area. Marsh Valley is on the road as they will be at Bear Lake tonight.
Firth will take on South Fremont, and Salmon will be at West Jefferson. Now, there is a tournament going on down in Logan. It's the Cache Valley Challenge Tournament. That involves a few of our local teams here as well. Participating in that tournament is Burley, Pocatello, and Skyline. And that's a look at the very abbreviated out-of-town scoreboard for tonight. And, of course, here at Preston Gym, it is the Preston Indians and the Snake River Panthers getting together, and it is senior night here at Preston. So a number of seniors for the Lady Indians will be taking the home floor, for at least for the regular season, for the final time. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups, the national anthem, and the first serve for set one. It's all coming up here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. As we welcome you back inside Preston Gym, as we're just about ready for the national anthem, as the senior girls are being introduced out onto the floor with their parents. Seniors this year, there's 3 of them: Ellie Nelson, Sophie Hess, and Carly Dunn, as they get the obligatory hugs from the coaching staff, the presents, and the thank yous all around for a job well done over their playing careers here at the volleyball court for the Preston Indians, as they're recognizing all of the coaches and the senior girls here as well before we get started. So tonight, a very important match as the Indians take on the Panthers from Snake River. Both teams 4-2 in conference play. Preston, each team will have one conference match remaining after tonight. Preston will have two matches overall. They have a non-conference match Tuesday night at Century. But as they try to finish strong, as they are tied for second place in the conference, no one's going to catch Bear Lake. They're just so far out in front of everybody else right now. They're a perfect 5-0 in conference play, 22-3 overall on the year. The Indians are 12-6. Snake River is 10-8, and they're both 4-2 in conference play so far this year as well. So as we said, neither team is going to catch Bear Lake before the conference championship, for at least for the regular season, and they will certainly be the number one seed going into the district tournament coming up probably the week after next. As we're about to have our pregame festivities, as we'll have our athletic values that'll be read here to not only the players but the folks in the stands. Then we'll have our national anthem, and then we'll get to our starting lineups here this evening. We apologize for running so late tonight, as the freshman and JV matches both ran long, as that put us about an hour behind. But right now, from here at Preston, here is our national anthem. There's our national anthem from here at Preston here tonight. As it's time to meet the starters. The starters tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. And for that, we go back downstairs to Preston Activities Director, Mr. Ben Zabo.
Let's begin by introducing the starting lineup from both squads. From Snake River, number 8, Lee Gilbert. Number 10, Avery Matthews. Number 15, Faye Driscoll. Number 16, Tally Carter. Number 18, Ava Morrell. Number 44, Aiden Anderson. And number 55, Grace Gilbert. And from Preston High School, number 1, Ellie Nelson. Number 2, Harvey Dunn. Number 3, Avery Matson. Number 4, Sophie number 11, Morgan Donaldson. Good luck and let's play some volleyball.
And there's our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Dan Hubbard with you, here from Preston Gym. John Beverly back in the studio, our studio coordinator tonight. And we're glad to have you along, whether you're listening on KACH or watching on the World Wide Web on mylocalradio.com. We're glad to have you with us here tonight, as finally time to play a little volleyball. And once again, we apologize for running a little late tonight, as unfortunately the two matches before the varsity teams able to take the floor ran just a little bit long here this evening. So the Indians, after tonight, they have two matches left. Tuesday night they'll be at Century, and then Thursday night they'll hit the road and they'll go to Bear Lake for the final game of the regular season. Century, Snake River has one match left after tonight. That'll be Tuesday, as they also be on the road, as they will go to Marsh Valley. So each team with one conference match left, as that's why this game becomes so important, because the winner of tonight's match will have the inside track to finishing second overall in the conference during the regular season, and that weighs heavily in the seeding process as far as the district tournament will determine when it gets started coming up in a week or so. So here we go, as the down official is checking the lineups, make sure we got everybody where they need to be, as Preston looks like they will serve first, as it will be Avery Madsen who will drop back and serve here for the Indians. First set of tonight's match brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. So here we go, as Avery Madsen will serve here for the Indians to get us started, as that's into the net, and that'll be a service error, and that'll put the Panthers up 1-0 here right off a jump on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So 1-0 as the serve quickly goes back to the other side. As the serve here by the Panthers, played by the Indians, as they'll bump it over. Free ball here for the Panthers right off a jump, and it goes outside as it goes to Grace Gilbert, and she's able to put that away and pick up the point. So 2-0 as the Panthers jump out in front here early. As, don't you know it, right as we start playing, my pen decides to dry up and die. Another point here for the Panthers. It's now 3-0 as I scramble to grab a new pen out of my bag. So 3-0. As the next serve is going to be too long on the serve put up there by Emma Cook. So she goes a little bit long. Preston gets their first point. It's 3-1, and they get the serve back now, as this is Mackley White, I believe, serving, as that'll be out of bounds, too long, and it'll be 4-1. So here comes Presley Matthews in to serve here for the Panthers. You got to remember, these two teams, they went 5 sets and almost right down to the end as far as you could go, as Matthews' serve is also too long. So back-to-back service errors by the two teams. So they exchange points. It's 4-2, Snake River on top on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, as it'll be Morgan Donaldson now to serve for the Indians, as a good deep middle serve, not able to be handled. And that'll be an ace for Donaldson here first. In that last match that Preston played the other night against Marsh Valley, they had a total of 9 aces in the match, as it's 4-3. The outside set, that's going to be played in the back row. Nice play there by the Indians. As it comes to Wakely, she gets it back over, and that's played up. As they'll get it back over on the Indian side. Set in the middle as Wright. Nelson able to play the block and tool it and pick up the point. So Preston gets even at 4 here as we're playing in the first set. Donaldson's next serve for the Indians. Handled deep middle. They'll set it, so this will be another free ball here for Preston. As it comes to Donaldson, outside set, Wakely off the block. That's going to be played up as they get it back to, goes back to Gilbert. As Gilbert able to play it off a couple of sets of hands down the line and get the point. And it's now 5-4 as the serve comes back over to the Panthers on the side out. So 5-4, Snake River leads on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Serve comes to Wakely. Nelson has to come and get it in the Preston bench area and then not being able to handle it to get it back over the net as Oxley Hatch couldn't quite get to it. It makes it 6-4. So back and forth we go here in the first set. The serve by Avery Matthews. That is in again. That'll be another ace for Matthews. And it's now 7-4. First ace of the match for the Panthers. This serve comes short. Wakely able to play that. The back set comes to Hess. And Hess able to take it down the line and get the point. Look at this again as Sophie Hess goes down the line and picks up the point here for the Indians to make it 7-5. As you look at it on the Northern Title replay as she gets her first kill of the match. As we're back with you live here again. As the serve by Hess. It's going to come up in the front row, and that's going to be in. As running up to play the ball was Aiden Anderson, and able to tuck it neatly into the corner and get the point. So 8-5. As the Panthers stay up by 3 here. Grace Gilbert with the serve. Back set again comes to Wakely, and Wakely able to tool the block again. Look at it again as Taylor able to tool the block this time to get Preston another point to make it 8-6 as they came up to try to make the block, but Taylor takes it off the block and out of bounds as she picks up another kill here tonight, and that is her first. She had a big night on the kills the other night against Marsh Valley. Ball saved out onto the court. Again comes to Wakely in the back row, miss hit as it goes under the net. Point again here for the Panthers. It's now 9-6. That match the other night against Marsh Valley, Taylor Wakely finished the match with 18 kills overall. 9-6 as the Panthers will serve. Deep back row comes up. White dinks it over. Played there by the Panthers. They set it back outside as they go deep where there was Wakely to keep it alive. Back to White. Whoops, we got a whistle. What do we got? We got 2 hits on the set by Wakely, and it makes it 10-6. So a double hit charged to Taylor. (10-6) as the serve again comes back over to the Indians. Set in the middle to Nelson. She goes short as the Panthers able to dink it back over. Mishandled by the Indians. Back over onto the Panthers side. They give it back to Preston now. So it'll be a free ball. They set, not a good one, as it came over the net, and Adrian Anderson was there and able to put it away at an unplayable spot to make it 11-6. Here's the serve as the Indians have it. Nelson off the block and gets the point. The senior with a very senior play, able to make this one. He's going to look at it again as the little short set comes to Nelson at right in the middle, and she's again able to play it off the block and get the point. 11-7 Preston trails. They get the serve back here though, as Braxton Ware with the serve. As we get a whistle and as that plays off the antenna, I believe. So that'll be another point for the Indians, make it 11-8. So they're back to within 3 again. So hold on as the officials want to get together. Through the first 2 matches today, the freshman match and the JV match, these 2 officials have had a lot of times to chat as they have had plenty of things to talk about in the matches today. As while they do that, it gives us a chance to remind you the first set tonight's match is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. When your life, when your needs, when your business comes first, with locations throughout southern Idaho and Utah. Remember, they're here to serve you. It's Cache Valley Bank. So now they want to talk to the coach of the Panthers. That is Sydney Anderson. Comes over to talk to the officials. Now they want to say something to Bridget Knapp here as well, as she just kind of holds her hands out, shakes her head like, yeah, whatever. So 11-7 as they don't change the boards. I'm guessing we're going to play this point over again. So the serve comes back to the Indians. They get it back, and they get it back over onto the Panthers side, right in the attack zone as it comes back over the net. Indians have it again. Knapp just into the game. She tries to punch at it, but she runs into the net. So it'll be 12-7. As Aiden Anderson back to serve here for Snake River. Good hard serve played in the back row by the Indians as the set comes to Wakely, and it's too long and out of bounds. So 13-7, Preston trails by 6 here in set number 1 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. Anderson's next serve. It's going to be off the hands of Wakely and will be an ace. So 14-7 as they double the point output by the Indians here in the first set, and a timeout on the floor. 14-7, the Snake River Panthers leading on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. Set number 1 tonight brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We're back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Preston Gym. 14-7. Snake River leading the Lady Indians here in the first set tonight. Don't forget, Tuesday night, the Lady Indians will be at Century in Pocatello. So just about an hour's drive away, so it's not too far if you want to make the trip up and support the ladies. If not, we'll have it for you starting with the pregame show about 6:30 and 7 o'clock scheduled for the first serve Tuesday night as the serve by Anderson goes into the net. That's a service error, and the point and the serve will come back over to the Indians, who now trail 14-8, as it'll be Avery Madsen to serve here again for Preston. So 14-8, here comes Avery. A good jump serve, played in the middle by Carter, comes back over onto the Preston side. Diving play by Ware, but she can't get the up, and it's going to be 15-8. A nice play by Avery Matthews in the middle, just to play that one over short and get the point. As this is, didn't see the number, as the set comes to Hatch off the net, played there by the Panthers. They keep it alive, back over onto the Preston side as they'll set it in the middle. Block on the attempt by Dunn, back at the net. And there to put it away, it's Hess, as that'll be, what do we got? Looks like somebody into the net, point for the Panthers. Nope, they're going to call it too many hits now as they hold up 4 fingers. So the Panthers get the point to make it 16-8. Emma Cook serving for Snake River. Outside set, partially blocked at the net, kept alive. Set outside, as again it's Gilbert off the block. As Gilbert picks up another kill, that's her 3rd here in the first set to make it 17-8. Remember, in the first meeting between these two teams, each team scored at least 20 points. So they were within 4 or 5 points of each other, even at the end of each set. As at the net, that's blocked. As Matthews was there, as she was able to make the block. And it's now 18-8. Preston trails by 10 here in the first set. Madsen sets. Hess in the middle. That's dug out, kept alive as Gilbert again able to play it over. Set in the middle. That's going to be touched and a point for the Indians. Dunn played that toward the deep left corner. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but it was touched on the way through. Point for the Indians. It's 18-9 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. White serves for Preston. Dug out neatly. Gilbert has it on the outside. That's played in the back row by Ware. Comes back to Wakely. That's dug out. Back over as it comes across the net, but it's going to be played out of bounds here by the Panthers. And then Preston will get the point again and make it 18-10. So they trail, but it's a good time to put a bunch of points together here for the Indians. As White's next serve, that's going to be mishandled and another ace. So Mackley White with her first ace tonight, second one for the team. And it's 18-11 now on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. White's next serve. Dug out, deep left corner. Played at the net. Gilbert able to get it over. Free ball for the Indians. Set outside. Back out to Wakely. That's partially blocked. Played in the back row. The Panthers able to keep it alive. Back to Gilbert. Too long and out of bounds. Point for Preston. As Grace Gilbert hits it a little bit too long. 18-12 now the score. As White, another difficult serve to try to return, as Cook got hands on it, but the up goes into the net, and it's now 18-13, as White has cut the lead in half. It was 10 when she started her service rotation. So the lead down to 5 as the play at the net, and there is Dunn able just to tuck it away. That ball was going to come down right at the top of the net, and Carly Dunn goes up to slam the lid, and it's 18-14. And now with this run of points that the Indians are on, Snake River now wants a timeout as well. So 18-14, Snake River leads on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
All right, ready to go back to play here as Mackley White will continue her serve. 18-14. Preston trails by 4. White's next serve goes into the net. So if the goal of the timeout called by Sydney Anderson was to freeze White, so to speak, like freezing the free throw shooter in basketball, it worked, as her next serve after the timeout was into the net. So 19-14. And the serve comes back to the Indians, and that's going to go out of bounds. So once again, back-to-back service errors as Preston gets the serve back on the side out at 19-15. And now Braxton Ware will serve for Preston. I take it back. That's not Ware. That's Morgan Donaldson serving. As the outside set, look out. Gilbert blocked, been down. She tools the block at the net. Preston got hands on it, but it falls on their side of the net, and it's now 20-15. Good play over on that side of the net. Hess was over there. So waiting for the officials to blow the whistle, and we're ready as Avery Matthews will serve. As the set in the middle comes to Nelson. That's played there. Outside set again comes to Gilbert as this one's into the net. So Gilbert with a nice kill and then gives the point back to the Indians on a next attempt. As it's now 20-16, 4-point lead again. And Sophie Hess will now serve here for Preston. Hess, one of the 3 seniors honored before the game here on senior night. As the set on the reverse, that comes to Gilbert, and Gilbert able to put that one away. Kill number 5 on the match for Gilbert. Whoops. Now they're going to reverse the call and give it to the Indians. So it's 20-17 as they change the call. As the serve again by Hess. Again, back set. That comes to Gilbert on the attack on the reverse. As there's Nelson. As Nelson able to put that one away. Nice play by Ellie to make it 20-18. So Preston back to within 2 points again. Closest they've been since it was 2-0 early on. Served by Hess. Look out, that's going to be too long and out of bounds. 21-18 as Preston gives the point back. Tonight's match brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. With offices in Preston and in Grace, they're here to give you the smile that you can always be proud of. It's Canyon Creek Dental. First serve that comes back, comes to Nelson. That's into the net, 22-18. Kind of a tough dig. Nelson was able to try to play it and hit it into the net, unfortunately. So Preston trails by 4 again, 22-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the serve comes to Donaldson, they'll bump it over. Free ball here, it comes short, back to Nelson. Plays it deep, kept alive there by Gilbert. As they get it to Anderson, she plays it back over. Preston will try to get back to it and set it as a challenge for it at the net. And reaching over the net and try to make the play where the Panthers, they give the point to the Indians, and it's 22-19. So it's obvious the ball was going to come short. The Panthers reached over the block, over the net to try to play it. And when they touched it, in an obvious situation where the ball wasn't going to make it over the net, it was a point for the Indians. As they flick it back over as Matthews gets it back onto the Preston side. Outside, White into the block and down. 22-20 as Mackley White gets her first kill of the match. Preston back to within 2 as Taylor Wakely will now assume the serve here for the Indians. And her serve goes into the net. 23-20. Panthers 2 points away from taking the first set here tonight. As the libero, Tylee Carter, will serve. Carter wearing the black jersey tonight as the libero. She gets it back, short little bump, played back over. Wakely with the dig in the back row. In the middle, it comes to Nelson. She bumps it over. And again, they'll set it outside and cross court, and they get the point. As going cross court, I believe, was Presley Nelson. Yes, it was. Presley Matthews, rather. as she's able to get the point, and it's now set point here for Snake River. 24-22 here in the first set on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Carter will serve for the set. As she approaches, jump serve, played in the back line by Donaldson. The outside set comes to Nelson. That's kept alive. Look out, outside, as it comes back to Matthews again. And the dig by the Indians is bad, goes out of bounds, as that will be the first set, as the Snake River Panthers win the first set tonight, 25-20 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So a timeout on the floor. We'll take one here as well. We'll come back. Second set action coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team return home and will face conference foe, the Pocatello Thunder. As in every year, the Indians need a big performance to help them in their overall standings. The pregame show gets started at 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market, True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
So we start the second set as the Panthers will serve after winning the first set 25-20. Adrian Anderson serves and opens the set with an ace. That'll put the Panthers up 1-0 here at the beginning of set number 2. So good way to start the set. Want to make sure you remember our friends over at the Worm Creek Theater, as they have great family movies showing. As that ticks off the top of the net, and it'll be a back-to-back ace here for Anderson, and it's 2-0. This weekend at the Worm Creek Theater, the movie is Faith of Angels. You have one more chance to see it coming up on Monday night. Log on to their website at wormcreek.org for tickets, showtimes, and more information about upcoming attractions. So 2-0. As the officials here on the near side of the floor have a little conversation for a moment. And Anderson's next serve. Played by Donaldson in the back row. Set outside, comes to Hess. She goes down the line, and that's good for a point. So Sophie Hess picks up the point here for the Indians, gets them on the board here in set number 2. As she's able to go right down the line and sneak the ball right past the block. So 2-1. As it dug out momentarily by Madsen, but nobody could get to it after that. And it's now 3-1 As once again Snake River on the side out gets the serve back. Second set of tonight's match brought to you by Yardmaster. Will help you get the lawn of your dreams that you've always wanted. It all comes with a 100% guarantee. Call Yardmaster at 435-755-6827. Outside set comes to Wakely. She's able to tool the block again and get the point again here for the Indians. Look at it again. Set right here on the near side as she hits it into the pair of the blockers, and it goes out of bounds as Wakely picks up her second kill of the match here tonight. As Donaldson will serve here again for the Indians, and that's an ace. Just right on the back line for Donaldson, and it ties it at 3-3. Second ace tonight for Morgan. 3-3 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard as we play here in set number 2. Donaldson's next serve goes deep middle, played there. On the reverse, the set partially blocked, played by the Indians. Outside comes to Hess, and Hess goes down the line again. Sophie Hess gets the Indians out in front, 4-3. As they go in front here in set number 2 for the first time. Donaldson's next serve. Again, deep middle, played there. As the serve on the attack side, as that snuck back over the line, over the net, but landed out of bounds. Boy, that's lucky for the Indians. As the ball just kind of climbed right up the net and came back over onto their side, but thankfully enough, it landed out of bounds, and it's 5-3. Donaldson, that's into the net. Service error for her, 5-4 as the ball will go back over to Snake River again on the side out. So 5-4. Libby Gilbert will now serve. Gilbert, who's second on the team in kills so far this year, gets the serve in, played there by the Panthers. Set on the outside comes to Gilbert. That's played there by the Indians. Again, the set outside comes to White. Off the block and gets the point. Once again, look at the replay as Mackley White able to get the point there for the Indians to make it 6-4. As again, she's able to tool the block well and get the point in. 2 kills tonight for White. Hess with the serve. That's going to go out of bounds. So side out again, back over to the Snake River Panthers. It's now 6-5 on the scoreboard. As Avery Matthews will now serve. As that's going to go too long out of bounds. Every time the Indians commit a service error, the ball goes back over to the Panthers, and they tonight for the third time they immediately give the ball right back on the answering service error. 7-5. Preston has the lead on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Wakely with the serve, deep middle. They set it here to the near side as it comes to Gilbert. Blocked there by Nelson and down as Ellie slams the lid. 8-5. Preston leads. Wakely to serve again. Played in the deep middle. They flick it over right in the middle of the court, where nobody could get to it for the Indians as Donaldson tried to dive to get there, but she came up short. And it's 8-6. So the serve back over to the Panthers again as Grace Gilbert will take a turn. Good serve, comes deep in the corner as the set outside comes to White, but we have a double hit on the set charged against the Indians. And it'll be 8-7 now. So Gilbert serves again. Comes to White. They'll set it as it comes there to Macy Knapp. Macy able to sneak one through the block as she's able to pick up the point here as well. Look at it again on the replay. Brought to you by Northern Title as Macy Knapp just kind of snuck that one right through the block. Back with you live. Preston leads 9-7. Braxton Ware to serve. Tough return. Can they get it back over? They do. It's short, but Preston will make the set. Outside it comes to White. Off the block, and once again, Mackley White gets a point as she tools the block. 10-7. Preston leads by 3 here in set number 2 as they lost the first set 25-20. Next serve by Ware. Deep middle. Boy, nobody in the front row, so they have to set it backwards, and that's going to go too long. As the attack by Libby Gilbert, just a little bit too long as she tried to go right down the middle. Hitting air, point for the Indians, and it's now 11-7. Ware's next serve. Wants to go short this time as they're able to dig it out. Gilbert gets it back over onto the Preston side. The set comes on the reverse as it comes back to Knapp again. But the Panthers able to keep it alive back over onto the Preston side. This time they come short, done. Just two hands it over. Now the outside set comes back to Gilbert. It's off the dig in the back row by Wakely and out of bounds. Point again here for the Panthers, 11-8. So 11-8, we'll have a replacement here. Sub coming in for the Panthers as number 15, Faye Driscoll comes in. Driscoll's their leading blocker as she takes her spot right in the middle of the front row. Preston will bump it over. Driscoll plays it backwards back into the set as it comes back to Gilbert. They play it back over onto the Preston side again and mishandled. And Preston gives the point back to make it 11-9. So the Indians with a 2-point lead trying to salvage set 2. They don't want to fall behind. Taylor Carter will serve again as the set will come short. White just tried to poke at it and hit it over, but didn't make it over the net, and it's now 11-10. So Preston's lead of 4 or 5 points has been dwindled now back down to 1 again. As Carter will serve for the tie here in the midway point of set number 2. Carter's serve, deep middle, played there by Wakely. The set back to Wakely, comes back to Carter. She keeps it in play as the Panthers give it back to the Indians. Outside set again will come to White into the net. And we're even at 11. As the serve will come back over now again to the Panthers. As the serve played by Wakely in the back row. Outside set, back to Knapp. That's blocked at the net. Good hustle by White to keep it alive for the Indians. They're set on the reverse, blocked at the net, and down. Good play by White to keep it alive and then done with the block for the point. As Preston goes back up 12-11. Served by Madsen, set onto the front row, kept alive here by Preston. Deep set for Wakely, who hits it way too long. They like to set it to Taylor in the back row, but oftentimes she's so far back that she can't get on top of the ball and drive it down. So 12-12. That'll go too far out of bounds. Another service error charged against the Panthers is Anderson with her second hitting error of the night. Preston back on top, 13-12 again. White with the serve. Deep comes to Gilbert. Played in the back row again by the Indians. Front row, well, it's Wakely as The point's going to go back to the Panthers again. Coach Knapp is asking for too many hits, but the officials are not going to oblige, and we're tied at 13. You know, all the times they've got together to talk about points, sometimes change them, sometimes don't. This time they didn't and just gave the point outright to the Panthers. Serve comes to Ware in the back row. The dig goes out of bounds. 14-13. Set outside. That is Hess. Hess able to get that one to go down. Might have been partially blocked at the net. Either way, it's a point for the Indians, and we're even at 14. So 14-14. Morgan Donaldson will serve again here for Preston, and she'll take another rotation. As a serve, deep middle, played by Carter. Set outside to Gilbert, and she puts it away. Let's take a look at what Gilbert does. Is on the Northern Title replay. This good set on the outside. She gets a good running start at it and just drives it right past the defensive players in the back row. So 15-14 as they now lead. Serve comes back, set as it comes back to Wakely, and Taylor again into the net. 16-14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Wakely rotates back into the back row again. Serve dug out by Donaldson, but the Indians not able to play it after that. Not a good dig as Hess and Madsen trying to get to it weren't able to, as the Panthers open up a 2-point lead at 17-14. You don't want it to go down 2 sets to these guys. As the set in the middle, Nelson dug out. Can they keep it alive? As they'll bump it back over. Free ball here for the Indians. Madsen will set in the middle. Back to Nelson again. As Ellie able to put that one away. Good set by Donaldson. Or by Madsen, rather. As you look at it, as there's that little short set there in the middle, as Nelson able to put it away, and it's 17-15. Back set, played there, as Matthews gets it over. Good dig by Donaldson to keep it alive. Back in the middle, back to Nelson again. Played off the top of the net. They set it to Gilbert. Gilbert blocked. Back onto the Preston side again. Nelson again will go short. Dug out by Carter, and a point for the Indians. Got a defensive player into the net. So Preston gets the point to make it 17-16. Check that, 17-17, we're tied. My bad, I missed a point. As Gilbert bumps it over with a free hand. Preston will set outside, it goes to Wakely. That's dug out in the back row. They flick it back over, and that's going to be in just inside the line. Taylor looked at it and decided at the last minute to let it go. And it fell just inside the line. As the point for Matthews. And it's 18-17. Serve in the back row. Donaldson plays it there as Nelson knocks it over. As the outside set, it's the pass rather by Anderson. She tried to just go right across the top of the net, and she hit it too long and out of bounds, and we're tied at 18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 2. Second set tonight brought to you by Yardmaster. There's Wakely to serve, and Taylor's serve goes too long. 19-18 as the Panthers once again take a 1-point lead. Now let's see if the trend holds This should be a service error coming up. Every time Preston gives a ball up on a service error, the Panthers give it right back as Gilbert will serve. And it's going to be played in the back row as this one was inbounds. Comes back to White. White dug out by Carter in the deep middle. Back outside on the attack side, off the block and down. As Presley Matthews with the kill. Her second makes it 20-18. So Matthews with the kill. Grace Gilbert will serve. Panthers leading by 2. And now make it 3 as Gilbert picks up an ace. Donaldson was going to play that, but for whatever reason, at the last possible second, she kind of just shied away from it. 21-18. As that one is out of bounds. 21-19. See, so the trend held. Unfortunately, it came one served later than normal. 21-19 as Preston gets the ball back again, as now Braxton Ware will come back and serve. Preston down by 2. As Ware's serve goes out of bounds to make it 22-19. So 3 points away from winning set 2. Snake River has the serve back again as Taylor Carter again will serve. As her serve played in the back row. The set looked not good. They need to get it over, and they do. As White able to get it back onto the Panthers side. As they go wide and too wide, out of bounds. Anderson tried to come across and cut the court, but she played it just a little bit too long. 22-20. Preston back within 2. As Avery Madsen will serve here for Preston. Serve comes to Carter. Set outside as that is Paisley Matthews. She hits it into the net. Another point for the Indians to make it 22-21. So now it's going to get interesting going down the stretch. As Madsen serves again. In the deep left corner, they bump it over. Free ball here for the Indians. Madsen sets outside. White. Good dig by Carter to keep it alive. All the way back, Gilbert gets it back over. Again, this time they'll go on the reverse to Hess. Hess will be dug out by Matthews. Deep left side, again played by Gilbert. Back up in front, they set to White. She tries to go short. That's played there by the Panthers. Back over onto the Indian side once again. And that's going to be a touch and give the kill to Carly Dunn. As the senior picks up a kill, and we'll get another look at it here on the replay. As the ball comes short, a little bit late for the view, but Preston gets even again. We're tied at 22 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, 22 all on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as we get down to the very nubbin of set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. Preston really needs to win this set. They can't afford to go down 2-0, not to a good team like Snake River. Madsen serves. Carter digs out, outside as it comes to Matthews. That's kept alive by the Indians. Back set, Hess. Misplayed at the net and down. So Preston moves back out in front, 23-22. Madsen to serve again. Deep middle, Carter. As the back set comes to on the reverse to Anderson. They get it back over as misplayed at the net. It comes still loose, and Dunn not able to get to that one. As at the net, it was number 15, Faye Driscoll, able to pick up the point. And we're now tied at 23. So Driscoll just kind of outplaying Carly Dunn at the net to get the point. Anderson now serves as Wakely, they get it up to the net. Played there, back over onto the Preston side as Ware knocks it over. Set outside, it rather comes to Driscoll, block there. Hess with the block and the point. 24-23, set point for the Indians. Timeout on the floor again, taken by the Panthers. So Preston back to within a point on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're back with the end of the second set after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
All right, set point for the Indians. Welcome back here to Preston Gym. Dan Hubbard here at the gym. John Beverly back in the studio at KACH tonight as the serve goes too long. So Preston had a chance to serve for the set, and instead they served too long, and it's 24-24 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Emma Cook will now serve here for Snake River. Served to Ware, kept alive. Bad return by the Indians, but they get it back over. Anderson sets outside. Gilbert partially blocked, and they keep it alive. They get it back up, and Ware gets it back over. As they'll try it again. This time Anderson flicks it over, kept alive by Madsen. Comes on the near side as it is Wakely dug out. Back to Gilbert as Wakely gets hands on it, but nobody can play it. Gilbert's sixth kill of the night brings up set point here for the Panthers. It's 25-24, and Preston wants a timeout before we go any further. So we'll again take a timeout. Back to Preston Gym after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
All right, set point coming up here for the Panthers, 25-24. As Emma Cook will serve again here for Snake River. As the serve handled by the Indians. It comes to Dunn, just knocks it over, so a free ball for the Panthers. Blocked at the net and down. Carly Dunn slams the lid as she gets the block. Point for the Indians. We're tied at 25. (25-25) on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Now here's Morgan Donaldson to serve for the Indians. Her first serve, deep middle, goes to Carter. They flick it back over. There's Donaldson with the dig. Set to the outside. Wakely with the block, tools the block, I should say. And now it's set point for the Indians, 26-25. Donaldson serves again. Be handled in the back row. The outside set to Gilbert. Blocked and down. Point for the Indians. Nelson was there for the block, and the ball came back over and hit Gilbert off the top of the head, and Preston able to win set number 2, 27-25. So we're tied one set apiece as we get ready to go to set number 3 here tonight from Preston Gym. Back with more after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH.
All right, we go to set number 3 here tonight. We're tied one apiece as the Indians will start set 3 with the serve, and it'll be Avery Madsen to serve first. As the first serve is played in front of Carter. They didn't let it get to her, so the Indians have it back on their side. Reverse set comes to Hess. Off the block and down point for the Panthers. As at the net, it was Paisley Matthews with the block and gets the point. So the block fell back onto the Preston side in the middle of the court, right where nobody was at. As the Panthers draw first blood here in set number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. As there's an ace. As the serve mishandled, and give the ace to Emma Cook. That's 6 aces tonight for the Panthers, and they lead 2-0. Cook into the net. Point for the Indians. 2-1 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard, as White will take the ball, and she'll go back and serve here now for Preston. Mackley's serve is going to be too long and out of bounds. 3-1 as the serve back over again to the Panthers. And tonight's match brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy-efficient upgrades around the house. Find out how that can work for you at WattSmartHomes.com today. Serve dug out by the Indians, and Whistle and a point for the Panthers. That'll be a double hit on the set for the Indians, and it's 4-1. Here's Presley Matthews serving again for the Panthers. As that goes deep left corner. They get it up front. Comes to Hess on the set. And Sophie Hess picks up her 5th kill of the night as she gets the point. Check out the replay. Courtesy of Northern Title. Good set. And Hess able to put it right away. 4-2. Donaldson serves off the top of the net and down. Boy, it's a cheap ace, but it's an ace nonetheless that the Indians will take. 3rd ace of the night for Donaldson, 4th overall for the Indians, and it's 4-3. Donaldson's next serve. Deep middle. Played there by Gilbert. Set in the front row. As that was headed too long. White stuck her hand up and couldn't pull it back down in time. So give the point to the Panthers, and it's 5-3. Gilbert with the kill on a ball that was headed out of bounds. Matthews serves again. Comes to Donaldson. Set. Comes to Wakely. Tries to go short. Dugout kept alive. Flick back over onto the Preston side. Back set. Comes back to Wakely again into the net. Taylor having a tough night hitting tonight. It's now 6-3. Remember, Taylor had 18 kills the other night against Marsh Valley. She doesn't have anything near that through into the 3rd set tonight. As Donaldson will get it over, back over onto the Snake River side. The set there, that's coming up from the attack to get the point. As hitting the ball was Avery Morrell. And she able to get the kill, and it's 7-3. Preston trails by 4 here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Serve dug out by Wakely at the net. Madsen tries to keep it alive but can't. Another point for Snake River. (8-3) now on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Snake River has the lead. They lead by 5. As a good serve dug out by Wakely. Comes back right around the net. And point again is going to come back over to the Panthers as the Indians called for a violation there at the net. So it's now 9-3. I believe they called that an illegal block of the net by the Indians. As set again, Wakely. That's off the block. And this one will be down. Point for the Indians. Look at it again as Taylor was able to come up quickly and make the point. Good set from the back row. Taylor hammers it off the block, gets the point. It's now 9-4. And back with you live again as Wakely now with 4 kills on the match. Back set, Gilbert partially blocked, but the Indians able to keep it alive. Comes back to Wakely again as a couple of players run into each other in the back row, but the Panthers able to keep it alive, and then Preston mishandles it, and a point comes back over to Snake River nonetheless. 10-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're tied, 1 set apiece. Here as we play in the 3rd, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. You'll find them at 17 South State Street in Preston. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Knapp back onto the floor here for the Indians as they get it back over. The outside set is going to come there to Matthews, blocked at the net, point for the Indians. As Ellie Nelson again with another block. Nelson was there. And I believe Hess was there as well. She'll now rotate back to the back row as Preston will serve, trailing 10-5, as Wakely will assume the serve. Outside set. Matthews. Wakely keeps it in. It's going to be right at the net as the Panthers give it back over onto the Preston side. Comes back to White. Down the line. A heck of a play. Kept alive by the Panthers. Wow. Carter with a big dig to keep it alive. Comes back over onto the Snake River side again at the net as a big attack kept alive by the Indians, but White couldn't keep it up. That attack almost ate Hess up. And she was able to make the up for a moment, but Preston wasn't able to get it back after that. 11-5. Tally Carter will serve again now here for the Panthers. Preston just can't seem to get consistent rhythm going here. Donaldson with the set. Back set comes to Wakely on the attack as they're going to say that Preston was in violation, so it'll be a point again for the Panthers. 12-5. So 12-5, Carter will serve again. Carter's serve right in the middle, played there by Preston. They'll set in the middle. Nelson kind of mishit it. So it comes back outside again as that's blocked by Nelson as she tries to make up for her wrongdoing, as she does, as she gets the block. And then it was Presley Matthews with the lift as the ball kind of got stuck up in her arms and tried to lift it and keep the ball alive. But the officials said, nope, can't do that. That's a violation. 12-6, and the ball back over to the Preston Indians. So here's Ware to serve. Handled there. Back set. That comes to Anderson as Ware kind of takes that one almost off the shoulder. Keeps it alive, though, as they get it back outside again. Comes to Anderson again. This time she goes short, and this time Ware kind of leaning back, not able to come forward fast enough as Anderson gets another point to make it 13-6. Tell you what, the Panthers are hitting the ball tough tonight. As the serve to Wakely in the back row. Knapp gets it back over. Carter able to keep it alive. Comes back over onto the Preston side. Wakely. The set comes to Dunn. Again kept alive by the Indians. Taylor from the back row. The attack is dug out. Matthews dug out again. Good dig by Ware. Comes back to White. Blocked at the net. They get it back over onto the Preston side. Kept alive again. As Preston again will control it. Knapp partially blocked. Kept alive again on a good dig by the Panthers. They'll set it to the Indians back to Wakely. That's back in the back row, kept alive. Best point of the match here as it comes back to the Indians. Set as it's going to be out of bounds as they tried to set it for Dunn, and Carly, ball wasn't really set high enough, and Carly just kind of hit it way too far and out of bounds to make it 14-6. Hands down, the absolutely best set of the point of the match. Anderson serves. Back for the Indians. Dunn able to make up for that previous one. Nope, they're going to call a point there for the Panthers. So Dunn hit it off the top of the net and out of bounds. And Preston now trails by 9 here. Hold on. Now they're going to reverse it. So a point for the Indians. So it's 14-7. So they will say the ball was touched. And now Madsen will serve for the Indians. 14-7 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Madsen serve. Short. Played there, but White able to go up. As the ball was coming over the net, there was White to slam the lid. Look at it again on the Northern Title scoreboard. The dig comes right up the top of the net, and then White hammers it back home. 14-8. As once again the officials getting together to talk. So at 14-8, Madsen serves again. Comes back up onto the Preston side. And again, the bad dig comes back to White. And Mackley with back-to-back kills. And it's 14-9 as Preston trying to wiggle their way back into set number 3. So 14-9 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Madsen's next serve again. A bad dig, point for the Indians. Call it an ace for Madsen. Her first, Preston's 5th. Madsen serves again into the net. So 15-10 as the point goes over to the Panthers on the side out on the bad serve. As once again here comes Emma Cook into serve. She'll again drop back behind the service line. Cook's first serve comes to Wakely. They'll set it. Comes to Ware. Ware gets it back over, partially blocked at the net by Anderson, but they're able to keep it alive. As the back set, as it comes to Hess, and she hits it into the net, and a point again here for the Panthers to make it 16-10. As the official's still talking about it. Wait a minute, are they going to give the point to the Indians? Yes, they did. So point for Preston, it's 15-11. White serves and serves it too long. So tough sequence of serves here for the Indians. 16-11 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard here in set number 3. We're tied at 1 set apiece. So winning this set, pivotal for either side. Serve comes to Wakely. Keeps it alive. Back set. It comes to Hess, and Hess hits it into the net. 17-11 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Matthews with the serve. Deep back row. Comes to Wakely now rotating up into the front. She gets it over. As Gilbert puts it back over again. Preston will set back to Taylor. Off the block and down. Point for the Indians. Taylor with a little aggression in that attack. 17-12. Morgan Donaldson drops back to serve here again. Donaldson, deep middle, dugout. Set comes on the near side. Look out, that's way out of bounds as Matthews got way under that ball, hit it well beyond the baseline, and it's 17-13. Preston trails by 4. Donaldson serves again, same place, deep middle. Set on the far side. Gilbert dug out this time by the Indians. They keep it alive. Wakely off the block, but it bounces high in the air, controlled there by the Panthers. They come back to Gilbert again as Madsen able to make the dig. Outside, the attack by Wakely is in the corner and another point. Get another look at it. The flag man in the corner was bailing out on it as that attack from Wakely comes right at him. But he says, nope, it's good. It was in the corner. So Preston gets another point. It's 17-14 as Wakely now has 5 kills tonight. Gilbert tries to go down the line. Preston able to play it. Heck of an effort there. Kept alive. I believe that was Hatch to make that play. They set it again in the middle. Madsen able to get to that one. Nelson bats it back over. Free ball again here again for the Panthers. As the kill off the hands of Madsen, as coming up to make the point was Grace Gilbert with a big attack that Preston wasn't quite able to control. So it's 18-14 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. A 4-point lead here for the Panthers as we get to the latter stages of set number 3. Madsen reverse on the slide. It's Nelson for the point. They do that well The set comes backwards onto the reverse, and Ellie Nelson just loops around on the slide and able to put it away. Back with you live here again as Preston gets the serve back at 18-15. As it is Hess to serve. At the net, comes back over onto the Preston side. They kind of bump into each other, but it comes to Wakely. Wakely's attack is dug out. Back to Gilbert. As she almost the miss hit, she comes cross court. And that's a point for the Panthers. Wakely thought it was going to go out of bounds. She pulled her hands back, but it landed just inside the line. So 19-15. Gilbert serving. Deep middle, dug out. Outside, Wakely. Cools the block, gets another point. 19-16 now as we stay very close here in set 3. Wakely starting to get the rhythm a little bit more now on the attack. And she has 3 straight kills that she has converted. 19-16, Preston trailing by 3. Outside, Matthews, dug out by Wakely, comes back to the net. Preston able to play it there. As the set comes to Knapp, Macy gets just enough of it to hit it, to change directions on it and get it through the block and get the point. 19-17. As once again, Wakely will serve for the Indians. Taylor's serve, deep left corner. They dig it out. They have to run and get it now as they play it over. So here's a free ball for the Indians. They'll set up the attack. It comes to Nelson in the front row. Block there as the block by Matthews. They get it back over again. And again, another free ball for the Indians. This time the set comes to White. White hits it into the net, and that's going to be too many hits. So a point for the Panthers as White hit it into the top of the net. It didn't go over, so when Preston touched it again, it was 4 hits. And it's 20-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As once again, here is Tally Carter to serve for the Panthers. Deep middle serve, set, Nelson. That's dug out as Gilbert gets hands on that. Again blocked at the net by Nelson, and Knapp was there as well. As again they set it for the Indians. White, it's going to be off the net and a point as they're going to say that was out of bounds. So it was off the net and went back behind the pylon. And a point for the Panthers, 21-17. Carter to serve again. Comes to Donaldson. Wakely sets it back to White. They go short. Gilbert able to dig that out as they get it back onto the Preston side. Nelson makes the block. Again, they'll set it outside to the Panthers. Partially blocked there on the attack by Matthews. At the net, up once, twice, and Matthews will bang it back over again. Outside set comes back to Knapp. Macy goes off the block and down. Macy's got another kill. Preston's got another point. It's 21-18. So the action fast and furious here at the latter stages of set number 3. Braxton Ware rotates back in again to serve for Preston. Preston trailing by 3, and the serve by Ware is too long and out of bounds. 22-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Tonight's match brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and Logan, now a part of the Mountain West Auto Group. Gilbert serves. Deep middle played there by Wakely as the set comes to Knapp. Off the block and down. Point for the Indians. They will not go away. It's 22-19. As Avery Madsen will come in and serve here again. Madsen approaches the line. Good deep serve as the set will just bang it over. It looked like it was going to be headed too long by Libby Gilbert, but it's played by the Indians. And again, this is going to be Hess partially off the block, and the Indians get another point. Look at it again as Hess was able to attack the net, get the ball partially off the block, and get the point, as Preston now down by 2. It's 22-20. The dig comes back over onto the Preston side. Madsen will just lay it over, so a free ball here for the Panthers. Outside, blocked at the net and down, as it's Presley Matthews with the kill. 23-20, as the Panthers go back up by 3 again. As they'll give the ball to Emma Cook and ask her to get the last 2 points here of the set. And not before the Indians, however, want a timeout. So timeout on the floor here in set number 3, 23-20 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're back after this timeout of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Tonight's game brought to you by Ellie Benson, the trusted real estate advisor. When it comes time to sell your commercial or residential real estate, call Ellie Benson at North Realty, Idaho, or North Realty, Utah. 23-20. Preston trails by 3. Cook will serve again, and it goes into the net. That's a break for the Indians as they get the serve back and a point. 23-21. So once again, this is the 8th set between the two teams, and ones that have gone all the way. Both teams have been over 20. Gilbert off the block, gets the point. She collects her 9th kill of the match, and it's set point. Coming up here for the Panthers, as Snake River leads 24-21 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Libby Gilbert will serve for the set. Her first serve, deep middle, played there by Ware. The set outside as it comes to Wakely, partially blocked, but a point for the Indians as the Panthers were into the net. So a violation makes it 24-22 as Preston's serve will continue. Donaldson with the serve. Preston down 2. Set point number 2 coming up here for the Panthers. Waiting for the officials. Now we're ready. And Donaldson's serve is going to be deep middle. Played there. Back set comes to Gilbert. That's dug out in the back row as Nelson gets blocked at the net. Back over onto the Preston side. They give it back to the Panthers. Back to Gilbert again. Blocked at the net and down. Nelson and Hess with more blocks. (24-23). Important point coming up here, but not before we get a timeout taken here by the Panthers. So another timeout on the floor, 24-23 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
KACH.
24-23. Preston will serve to try to get even here. They trail by a point. Set 2 went to extra points as well. set point number 3 here for the Panthers. Serve deep middle, dug out. They try to flick it over right into a crowd. Madsen sets outside. Wakely partially blocked, kept alive. The set comes across. Gilbert goes short. Nice diving dig there by Donaldson as Nelson goes high over the block and gets the point. And we're tied at 24. I'm not sure we're going to be able to see this again, as got just a hair too late, but Nelson able to go high up over the block and get the point. Back with you live as Donaldson serves. Mishandled there, it's an ace. It'll be set point for the Indians. And now it is the Panthers who want the timeout as they trail for the first time in the set, 25-24. And before we go any further, Coach Anderson wants a timeout for Snake River. We'll keep it here. Tonight's match brought to you by Ready. The Ready Support Services. If you're interested in joining their team, visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. That's spelled R-E-D-I. (25-24). Set point for the Indians to try to take a lead here in set number 3. We're tied 1 set apiece. Morgan Donaldson will serve. The serve by Donaldson. Deep middle, dug out there. They'll set it for Gilbert on the side, into the net, and the Preston Indians win the set. They get the point on the miss hit by Grace Gilbert. And Preston wins set number 2, 26-24 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. We'll go to the 4th coming up here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH.
Well, so far tonight, this match has been a mirror image of the match played at Snake River. as the Panthers won the first set back then and tonight as well. Preston then came back to win the second and the third. So let's see what happens as we go to the fourth. If the trend continues, Snake River would win the fourth and press into a fifth set. Before we go to the fourth, tonight's match brought to you by Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston and throughout the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street here in Preston. So the Panthers will start with the serve here to open the set, as Aiden Anderson will serve. Anderson serve, dug out by the Indians. Back set comes there, dug out. Carter's got hands on that one. At the net, they pop it up and try to get it back over. That should be too many hits, and it is. So that's 4 hits charged against the Panthers. And for the first time in the match tonight, Preston scores the first point of a set. So they lead 1-0. Here to open the fourth. Fourth set tonight, brought to you by Papa J's in Clifton. As the dig comes back, and there is Dunn again as the ball hungs right over the top of the net, and she hammers it home. 2-0. 3 kills for Dunn tonight. And again, they'll rotate players in. Will the Panthers as Emma Cook comes in, and she will assume the serve here. They have 1-1 on the scoreboard. I believe that should be 2-1, unless they took a point away from Preston. As Gilbert bumps it over, and that's going to be a double hit on the dig. So they're not changing the board. They took a point away from the Indians for some reason. It's 2-1. As I believe Coach Knapp questioning that very existence. Cook serves again. Dug out by Donaldson. Comes back. Wakely. Good night. That one's got some velocity on it. Look at it again as Taylor picks up the kill, her 7th of the night, as she'll just drive that one right on home. Back with you live here on the My Local Radio Sports Network, tied at 2. On the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Anderson sets short for Driscoll, doesn't get it over the net. Another point for the Indians, it's 3-2. Donaldson will continue her serve with a 1-point advantage. Deep middle, Carter. Outside set, there's Gilbert, and it's in. Well, she's got that measured cross court into the deep right corner, and she picks up her 10th kill of the night, and it's a 3-3 tie. So the side out gives the serve back over to the Panthers again. Preston leading 2-1. Presley Matthews with the serve, dug out there by the Indians. Comes back, partially blocked. Preston plays it deep as the point's going to go back over to the Panthers. Oakley Hatch went after it and tried to play it as the block was going to land close to the line. I personally thought it was going to land out of bounds, but Hatch played it, and it cost the Indians a point, 4-3. Serve dug out by Donaldson. The set back to Wakely again, off the block, kept alive. Anderson chases it down to keep it going, but it comes back over to Gilbert, who plays it back into the net again, and Preston again back to even at 4-4 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. As Macy Knapp will rotate back in again for the Indians, as Avery Madsen will come back to the bench. Hess to serve, goes short. Carter comes up to get it. Outside set, dug out. Nice dig there by the Indians. Keep it alive. Knapp will bang it over. Whoops, mishandled. They almost lost it. As Gilbert gets it back over for the Panthers. In the middle, Nelson Off the hands of Carter, kept alive by Gilbert. They'll bump it back over again. Another free ball here for the Indians as Nelson again will play it deep. They give the ball back and forth a couple of times. Back to Wakely off the net. Again back over on the Preston side. Nelson goes short as again Gilbert able to play it back over again. The set back to Taylor. Good night. Wakely again hammers home another point. As again they go back and forth. A good set to Wakely. Nothing that the Panthers could do about that point. As Preston leads 5-4, and Wakely has 8 kills now on the night. Hess to serve. Comes toward Carter outside. Nope, can't do anything with that, so a free ball for the Indians. Set it outside. Wakely again, as that one's played by Anderson. They keep it alive. Anderson bumps it over. Look out. Mishandled there by the Indians as White tried to dive and play it, but couldn't, as it's another point back over to the Panthers again, and it's 5-5. Avery Matthews will serve now. That goes into the net. Point for the Indians. Hey, don't forget, Preston, it will be at Century coming up Tuesday night. If you can't make the short drive over to Pocatello, we'll have it for you here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Pre-game show starts about 6:30. First serve at 7. Taylor Wakely serves here for the Indians. Dug out. Play it. They'll bump it over. So Preston has another free ball. Back set. Knapp goes deep. That's dug out. Again, the set comes to Gilbert as Donaldson has that, but it's going to go out of bounds off her hands. Point again for the Panthers, and we're tied at 6 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. So Grace Gilbert now to drop back and serve, tied at 6. Deep serve, Wakely handles it. Look out, comes back to Knapp. It's kept alive on a diving play by Nelson, but the point's going to go to the Panthers, as evidently Nelson not able to get it back up in time. 7-6. We play here in set number 4. Preston leading 2-1 as the dig by Wakely just kind of hangs over the net, and there's Libby Gilbert to slam the lid, picking up her first block of the night. And once again, a point for the Panthers puts them back up by 2 again here in set 4. It's 8-6. First time they met, Snake River won sets 4 and 5 for the win, and there's an ace. The ace will make it 9-6 as Gilbert serves up her second of the night. That's 7 aces overall tonight for the Panthers, and it's 9-6 now. Again, the serve mishandled by the Indians, and it's going to go out of bounds. White on the dig, had it go off her arms. Preston, I think it was Ellie Nelson got another hand on it, but it floated over the net and went out of bounds, and it's 10-6. Preston trails by 4 as Gilbert's serve continues, and that's too long and out of bounds. So Gilbert's serve goes long, side out. Serve comes back to the Indians. As once again, here is Braxton Ware, normally one of their better servers, to come in and serve with Preston down 3. Good serve comes to Carter as they get hands on it, but they can't make the return. It went off the hands of Carter. Gilbert able to play it back toward the net, but nobody was there to make the third hit. So an ace for Ware. That's her first of the night, and it's 10-8. 2-point game. Short serve. Anderson charges to make the dig. Block at the net by the Indians. Can they keep it alive? No. Big attack on the outside by Gilbert. That turns into a point, and it's 11-8. Fourth set tonight brought to you by Papa J's, home of the world's best jerky. You'll find it out in Clifton. You can order it online at papajs.com. Carter serves. White. Ware. Now back to White again. As she gets it over, that's dug out. As dug out the dig by Gilbert, and that's going to be too many hits charged against the Panthers, so a point for the Indians again. They get back to within 2. It's 11-9. So Madsen now serving for the Indians. Want to welcome everyone who's joining us not only on KACH, but also on mylocalradio.com tonight. From here at Preston Gym, having joined a heck of a match, as that's going to be dug out by Madsen, kept alive by the Indians, comes back to White. She goes deep. Carter has the dig there. Outside set. That's going to be out of bounds, too long. Yep. The attack by Presley Matthews goes too long, and another point for the Indians. They're back to within 1 again at 11-10. Madsen into the net. They give the serve back on the side out and the point back over to Snake River. It's 12-10. This will be Anderson to serve now for the Panthers. And it'll be an ace. As White and Ware just kind of got into each other, as neither of them were able to return it. And it's now 13-10 here in the fourth on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Anderson's next serve comes to Ware, set by Madsen. As the outside play there by White, kept alive by the Panthers, and get it back over, and Preston again not able to return it. As Wakely got a little crossed up and ended up having to try to dive to her right to get a hand on it, but it went out of bounds. 14-10. Anderson serves again. Again, good dig by Ware. In the middle, set there as the block again slams the lid on Dunn, as there to make the point and slam the lid down there is Driscoll with the block. And it's 15-10 as once again the Panthers starting to edge that lead out just little by little. They lead by 5 as Anderson's serve again continues. Ware, I think that's into the net, and again, there's Driscoll again to slam the lid. So a couple of blocks by Driscoll back to back, and it's 16-10. Getting to the point where Coach Knapp may be looking at needing a timeout. Anderson has served 6 straight points. Good dig by the Indians. Comes back outside. Pass with a little bit of a miss hit. So that'll be played there by Snake River. Panthers set there. Big hit. Dug out this time. As that'll be partially blocked at the net and down. A point again for the Panthers, as once again it's Faye Driscoll. Couple of blocks, couple of kills, and all of a sudden it's 17-10. Anderson, who served 8 points in a row. As Preston gets it back over. Anderson will set outside. They get it back onto the floor. Played there by White. As Madsen has nothing to do with it, just bump it over. So they'll set it outside. As that's going to go cross court and be out of bounds. As Presley Matthews tried to go cross court. And finally, Preston's able to break that string of points by Aiden Anderson. And it's 17-11 before Preston can get the serve back again. They trail by 6. So here's Mackley White to serve for the Indians. Serve goes deep middle, played there. As the set outside, that's going to be too long on the attempt there by Libby Gilbert. And it's 17-12 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. So let's see if Preston can start to get their own run of points back here to try to climb out of the hole. White's next serve. That's going to come right down to the net. And there is Carly Dunn again to slam that one home. As she collects another kill, it is 17-13. White serves again. Too long. Service error makes it 18-13. Now, Preston has to be able to get a side out here quickly. Emma Cook in to serve. They need the point and the ball back. Cook, deep middle, played there by Ware. Outside set, that comes to Wakely, partially blocked, back onto the Preston side. As Hess will drive it back deep again. Outside set, Gilbert. Again, that's headed out of bounds, but they play it and end up getting the point. That's twice tonight. Balls have been headed way long, way deep of the baseline, as this time it was Braxton Ware who stuck her hand up to try to make the stop. It's kill number 11 on the night for Grace Gilbert. It's 19-13, and Preston needs a timeout. 19-13 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Timeout on the floor. The fourth set tonight is brought to you by our friends at Papa J's.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papajs.com. That's papajs.com.
Tonight's match brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find throughout the Cache Valley. 19-13. Snake River leads by 6 here in the fourth. Fourth set brought to you by Papa J's. Preston leads 2-1. Serve comes to Wakely. The set comes back to Wakely. And again, off the net, kept alive on the Preston side. Madsen bumps it back over. Free ball here for the Panthers. Outside set. Gilbert is blocked and down. Point for the Indians. Carly Dunn with block number 4 tonight for Preston. Side out for the Indians. They get the serve back. Relatively unscathed. Get it back fairly quickly. They only give up 1 point. 19-14. As now here's Morgan Donaldson to serve again. Donaldson goes deep, almost mishandled by Carter. They keep it alive. Gilbert will bump it over. Free ball for the Indians. Madsen set in the middle. That's Nelson. Another one of those senior plays by Ellie Nelson, as she's able to control the play, gets the good set, and drives it home, and it's 19-15 as Preston cuts the lead back down to 4 again. There's the serve by Donaldson. As they're able to control it, get it back over onto the Preston side. Donaldson sets outside. Hess off the net, off a set of hands and down. Sophie with her 6th kill of the night gets Preston back to within 3 again, as it's 19-16. So Donaldson putting together a little mini string of points here for the Indians. Good serve, goes to Carter, deep middle. Outside set, back to Gilbert, blocked by Nelson. Back over onto the Preston side, and a bad set by Donaldson. It'll give the point back over to the Panthers again. It's 20-19 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Serve is going to be an ace as Donaldson tries to dive and get to it, but she comes up short as Libby Gilbert serves up an ace. 21 16. As once again, the Panthers opening up a lead in the latter stages of the set. As that's played by Donaldson. Back set on the slide. It's Nelson. This one's dug out. Back in the back as Anderson gets it over for the point. Wasn't anything fancy with that. She just got it over. 22-16. Panthers 3 points away from winning set 4 and forcing a decisive fifth again. As Wakely will hit it too long. Taylor was backpedaling, giving ground, and then just hit it just too long. 23-16, timeout Indians. So Preston trailing by 7 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. We're back with the end of set number 4 after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com.
So 23-16, Snake River leading as Presley Matthews serves. Panthers 2 points away from winning set 4. Outside, Wakely off the block, but it makes it over for the point. So Taylor makes it 23-17. Preston needs to put together another run of points here as they'll give the ball to Sophie Hess and let her serve. 23-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Here comes Hess. Her serve. Deep middle, dug out. Back set. Blocked at the net by the Indians. Can they keep it alive? Yes, they do. And Donaldson bumps it over. So free ball here for Snake River. Outside, Gilbert blocked. Dug out. Back to Gilbert. Gets it back over as Nelson able to keep it alive. And Wakely gets it back over. Anderson will pump it deep. Again, back over onto the Preston side. As the set comes outside, Wakely off the block and down. Another kill for Taylor to make it 23-18. That's 9 kills tonight for Taylor. It's an off night, but she's almost reached double digits. And it's 23-18. Hess's next serve. Again, goes deep, forces him to back up and play it. Comes to Gilbert. Gilbert's dug out in the back row by Hatch. Again down the line, and again it's Wakely. Wakely with another opportunity to go right down the line and pick up another kill. That's her 10th of the night. As you get a look at the set coming here, Taylor approaches and hammers it right down the line for the point. 23-19. As the dig comes back over onto the Preston side, Nelson partially blocked. Back over onto the Preston side again. As the set is going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be set point here for the Panthers. They tried to set it backwards on the reverse to get it to Macy Knapp, and the set was over Knapp's head and goes out of bounds. As the serve here, as Preston needs to win this point, it's set point for the Panthers. Outside, Gilbert. Look out, that'll do it. As Gilbert able to line up and hit that ball right at Donaldson and pick up the point. As hit right at her, not much Donaldson could do with it. As we're going to be forced to a 5th set here again tonight as the Panthers win set number 4, 25-19. We'll take a timeout. We'll go to the 5th coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
All right, we start the fifth set. Preston will start with the serve, tied 2 sets apiece. Remember, first one to 15. Miss hit, played by the Indians. Outside, White, off the block, kept alive again by the Indians as Wakely gets it back up in the front row. And once again, be played there. And Dunn, who's had several of those points at the net, go over. This one hits off the top of the net and falls on the Preston side. So the first point of set number 5 will go to the Snake River Panthers. The winner of this set will not only win the match, they'll stay in second place in the conference and have the inside track to the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. As coming across court, and it's in. White mishit it very badly, but she able to catch it just inside the line. And it's a 1-1 tie on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 5. So White will serve here for the Indians. Deep center, played there by Carter, comes back to Gilbert, and Gilbert can't get it over the net. She hits into the top of the net, so Preston leads 2-1. Just like the first time they met back at Snake River. The Panthers won the first set. Preston came back to win sets 2 and 3. Set 4 won by the Panthers again tonight, just like last time. And now we're here in the 5th. Gilbert tries to go deep. Preston gets a hand on it, does Donaldson, and to be a touch and a point. That one, I think, would have stayed in. The other two from that the Indians played back near the back line on the night certainly were headed out. Libby Gilbert will serve. Comes short. Donaldson comes up to get it, and it's a bad dig that Preston can't play. So it's an ace for Gilbert. Her second. 9th of the night for the Panthers. Gilbert A tough serve again. Comes to the Indians. Can they keep it alive and get it back over? Yes, they do. Set comes to Wakely, and Wakely hits it too long. Good hustle by the Panthers to keep those balls alive and get them back up as Wakely hits the ball too long, and it's 4-2. As that ticks off the top of the net, that'll be an ace as the net takes the steam out of the ball and White can't play it. So it's an ace for Libby Gilbert, her third now on the night. 5-2 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. White, Madsen with the set to Wakely, blocked at the net. Off the hands of Hess, who tried to play it, and it'll be another point as the block at the net goes to number 10, Avery Matthews. That's her second block tonight. 6-3. Remember, it's first one to 15. Got to win by 2. As the serve to White dug out. As that'll be too long on the back row. Preston tried to play it deep. They played it too deep. Timeout, Indians. 7-2 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard here in the set number 5. We'll take a timeout, back with more after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
All right, Preston trails 7-2 here in set number 5. They can't afford to have the Panthers get any farther ahead. They have to start making their defense now. As Libby Gilbert's serve will continue. As deep middle handled there by Donaldson. Outside set comes to Wakely. This one she gets through the block for the point. So Taylor makes it 7-3. As she has kill number 11 tonight. So she has reached double digits. But through the first couple of sets, boy, it was a struggle to get there. So Donaldson will serve. And her first serve, wow, deep middle, tough serve is played there. It comes back to Gilbert. Donaldson with the dig. Outside set, Wakely. That's dug out by Cook in the back row. Comes back to Gilbert. She goes short this time. Played again by the Indians. Comes back to Wakely. Gets it back over. Played again there by the Panthers. Gilbert able to drive it home. That good short set. Gilbert was able to come across and make the kill, her 12th of the night, and it's 8-3. Avery Matthews now serves, as that will be a service error to give the point and the ball back to the Indians. So it's 8-4, as now Sophie Hess will come back in and serve. Hess waiting, now comes forward in the serve. Again, deep middle, that's where Preston's been serving it pretty much all night. Partially blocked at the net by Wakely. Preston was able to play it back over as Donaldson bumps it over. Free ball here for Snake River as the set comes backwards. And a good block there as Wakely able to go up and get it. So a point for the Indians to make it 8-5. So Hess gets a point on her first serve and comes back with another. Anderson with the dig. Back set. That comes to Gilbert, blocked this time again at the net by the Indians, and again kept on the Snake River side, as again it's Ellie Nelson with another block. As again, Preston able to pick up the point, and they're back to within 2. 8-6 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. This time, the Panthers want the timeout. So we'll take another one right here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Back with more fifth set action right after this.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, Preston's serve continues here in the fifth as Hess get over as Knapp not able to handle it. The ball floated across the net onto the Preston side. Macy went up and couldn't handle it. So it's now 9-6. Point for the Panthers. Grace Gilbert will serve here for Snake River. 12 kills and a couple of aces tonight. As, again, that headed almost too long, but Preston played it. As Nelson able to backhand it over. Outside set. Blocked at the net, but it comes down on the Preston side. Point for the Panthers. As the kill over there on the far side goes to Libby Gilbert. And it's 10-6. Gilbert serve. Dug out by Donaldson. Back set. Wakely hits it into the net. Wakely just the set was short as the set came backwards on the reverse. And nothing much she could do with it. She just tried to poke at it, but hit it into the net. 11-6. Off the top of the net. Preston able to dig it, but it comes back over onto the Snake River side. As the Snake River gives it right back to the Indians. Comes back to Wakely for the point. Taylor with a big hit. Able to pick up the point there for the Indians, and it's now 11-7. As you get a look at her, she hammers that one home again. 11-7. Taylor serves. They run up to get it as they just play it over two-handed, and it's going to go out of bounds. As Avery Matthews had to try to run up and get it after a bad dig, and they played it two-handed outside the line, so it's 11-8 now on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. As the point at the dig, rather at the net, comes over. As once again, it's Gilbert who goes short over the net and gets the point. And it's 12-8 as Snake River now 3 points away from the match. Here in set 5. Taylor Carter to serve. And it's an ace as Donaldson couldn't return it. Carter gets her first ace of the night, and it's 13-8. And timeout Indians, as Preston needs to take another timeout before this one slips any further away. 13-8. Snake River leads on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Back for more fifth set action after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
All right, 2 points away from the match is the Snake River Panthers as Carter serves at 13-8 here in the fifth set. White trying to get it over. Carter with the dig in the back row. Outside set. Blocked at the net there by the Indians as Nelson gets another block. As that's going to be touched. Wow, they didn't call the touch on Wakely. I'm sure she touched it. And now the down official here up at the net indicates a touch. And they give the point to Snake River, and it's match point. So the corner official said no touch, overruled by the down official, and it's match point here as Carter serves. Macy Knapp has to go get it. Wakely gets it back over. Carter with the dig. Back outside again. And again, it's Wakely to keep the ball alive as Nelson bumps it over. As the back set, that's going to be too long as Anderson tried to go deep and hit it too long. So it's 14-9 now on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Braxton Ware will come in and serve here for the Indians. And it's match point number 2 here for the Panthers. Ware's serve is played by the Panthers. Almost like it was headed out. As it's going to be off the hands of Hess, out of bounds. And for the second time this year, the Snake River Panthers are going to beat the Indians in 5 sets, winning this one tonight in the 5th set, 15-9, as the Snake River Panthers will stay in second place in the district. They will have the inside track with one conference match left to have second seed in the conference tournament when it gets started next week, or in about 10 days, as they're able to beat the Indians for the second time in 5 sets. As we'll go over the set scores, but just know they won set number 5 tonight, 15-9 here at Preston Gym. Thanks for watching. We'll ask you to stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show coming up next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you'll be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team return home and will face conference foe, the Pocatello Thunder. As in every year, the Indians need a big performance to help them in their overall standings. The pregame show gets started at 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym, as for the second time this season, the Indians and the Panthers had needed 5 sets to come up with a winner. And for the second time this year, Snake River won set 4 to force a 5th set, and then came back and won set 5 as well to win the match 3 sets to 2 here at Preston Gym tonight over the Preston Indians. I'm Dan Hubbard. This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show, building fine custom homes throughout the area. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. In fact, this match was just about identical as the first match won between the two teams, as the way the match, the breakdown of the sets went tonight. Snake River wins the first set 25-20. Preston comes back to win the second set 27-25, and then wins the third set 26-24. But Snake River was not going to give up. They would not be undaunted. They win set 4 25-19 to force the 5th set, and they win the 5th set tonight 15-9 as they beat the Indians for the second time this year, as they will remain in second place in the conference standings and will have the inside track for the second seed in the conference tournament when it gets started, coming up in about 10 or 12 days. So we'll take a time out here on the postgame show. We'll come back and we'll look at the stats from tonight's match. We'll do all that as we continue here on the Ralph's Construction postgame show on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
All right, welcome back here to the Ralph's Construction postgame show as it's time to look at the stats from tonight's match. They're brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. First for Snake River, they finish as a team with 26 kills tonight. They have 6 blocks and 11 aces. So good serving from behind the line tonight for Snake River. As the aces, they are led by Grace Gilbert, who had 12 kills tonight overall in the match. For the Indians, team-wise, 34 kills tonight. They had 14 blocks and only 6 aces on their side. Individually, Taylor Wakely leads the team in kills again tonight with 11. It was 5 for Ellie Nelson, 4 for Carly Dunn. Sophie Hess had 6. Mackley White also tallied 5 kills tonight, and 3 for Macy Knapp. Preston with their 6 kills. They were led by Morgan Donaldson, who had 3 of those overall. Our player of the match tonight, Grace Gilbert. She was all over. She was tough for the Indians to beat in control with her 12 kills tonight. She is our player of the match. That's your look at stats tonight, brought to you by the folks at Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Call them for any insurance needs at 208-852-2364. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back and wrap it up from here at Preston Gym right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
All right, for the Indians, tough loss. Entertaining match, but tough loss for Preston as they lose in 5 sets tonight, 3-2 to the Snake River Panthers. Up next for the Lady Indians, Tuesday night, they'll head back over to Pocatello area as they will face old-time foe, the Century Lady Diamondbacks, in a volleyball match, as it'll be the first of their final 2 road matches of the year. That comes up Tuesday night from the Snake Pit at Century High School. If you can't make it over to watch the match in person, we'll have it for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Pre-game show starts at 6:30, and the match scheduled to start at 7 from Century coming up on Tuesday night. So that's going to wrap it up from here. As the executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Jace Andrews. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and I'm Dan Hubbard here at Preston Gym. Happy to bring you the match, as unfortunately the Indians fall 3-2 to the Snake River Panthers. So until Tuesday night, when we'll talk to you from Century, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.